Don't you dare be some woman's cleanup man. Don't you be her second option. Because when you were coming up, you weren't her first option.
The only difference is with the woman in the church, she's going to blame God. She's going to say, well, I'm just waiting on God. I'm just waiting on God. I'm just waiting on God. But it's
Boaz.
the same.
Good old Boaz.
Your ass need to get it together. I'm just going to be real with you. I am so sick of it.
Hey guys, we're back with another video. Enough said, meet the Simmons. Today we got a video react to something that the internet went crazy about a month ago, and we kind of were back and forth. We wanted to talk about it, but I think it's time to talk about the whole Tia Mowry divorce, and I think it's an important talk. So here we go.
I knew when I really started to focus on my happiness. I feel like women, we tend to focus on everybody else's happiness. Making sure that everybody else is okay, meaning our children, meaning, our children, our friends, our, family. But at the end of the day, it's about self-love. And when you start to really work on yourself, love yourself, know your value, know your worth, and then all of a sudden there's this awakening. And it's not easy. It's a hard journey. But at the end of the day, I feel like it is so worth it. So, yeah.
And the crowd goes wild as another home is broken. Children will wake up and mom and dad won't be in the same house. This is a problem. This is a problem. Now, I know this channel is about 80% men. So I know I got some guys that are like, I'll never get married. I don't even blame you, brother. I get it. But for my fellas that do want to get married and you do want to have a serious relationship with a woman and you want a family, there are certain markers that women have that shows that they're wife material. Now, they were together for a long time. They were together since they were kids. And I've seen a trend of women wanting to get back out in this dating market for some reason. They have 2 or 3 kids, they've been married for 10, 15, 20, sometimes 30 years, and you want to take your hind parts and go back out there on the dating market where ain't nothing out there but a bunch of eggplant. That's it. There's all that's out there waiting on Tia Mowry is a bunch of eggplant. This whole concept of happiness. As a marriage coach, I can't tell you how many people, mainly women, that come to us and say, I'm not happy. I'm going to say this publicly, and you can chop it up, you can share it all you want to. Marriage is not about your happiness. It's not about your partner's happiness. It's about duty and responsibility. That's what marriage is about. And if you're not ready to be dutiful or responsible, don't get married. Because I'm gonna tell you something. I can give, so whoever's watching this right now, I can give you $5,000 a day and you will be happy. You'll be, wow, $5,000 tax-free, no strings attached. Go do what you want to do with it. And until that money's gone, you're going to be happy. But when that money, and if I come back 10 years later and say, hey, Bob, remember that $5,000 I gave you 10 years ago? Are you still happy about it? That money gone. That's the way people view marriage now. They think the same happiness that they had when they were dating or the day of their wedding or a year into their marriage, they're supposed to be at the same level 10 years on the road. It ain't about happiness, it's about duty and responsibility. I'm so sick and tired of turning these devices on and seeing on TV, people come and talk to us, and then I'm not happy. It ain't about your happiness. Forget your happiness. Who cares about your happiness? Your kids need a stable home to grow up in. You need somebody that's gonna take care of you and put your teeth in when you can't put them in no more. You need somebody to give you your medicine when you're 80 years old and on your deathbed. Somebody to hold. You can't even have sex no more. Hold their hand. Be there for you. That's what this is about. It's about that. It ain't about happiness. This concept of happiness is killing homes. This woman has wrecked her marriage over some happiness and some self-love. Some old Zen master stuff. That don't work. That don't get you 22 years in the game. Because I can guarantee you there've been a lot of days where I wasn't happy. And I'll guarantee there've been plenty of days where she wasn't happy, but she's still here and I'm still here in the fight and we're raising these kids together. What do you think as a woman?
As a woman, you did this backwards, sis. Everything that you talked about, like the self-love and loving yourself and all of that, that should have been done prior to you walking down the aisle. So you do the work on yourself individually before you come together to be married. And that's what a lot of y'all are doing. Y'all are saying, I love him. He loves me. I feel. Let's get married. And let's just have this dramatic, beautiful wedding. And let's just live life together. But you haven't done the self-work that you need to do on yourself. So you need to know what you like, what you don't like. You need to know certain things about yourself before you become anybody's missus. So what this tells me is that you are highly selfish and you are very immature. Again, to wreck a family. I am a child of a divorced family. It's not glamorous. I don't know why we're painting this picture. And everyone's just going to be fine. And we're going to co-parent. No, it sucks.
Two Christmases.
It sucks. It sucks. Like, stop saying it's going to be this glamorous thing and quit. And don't even idolize it because she's got some money. That don't matter. Mom's not going to be there as consistent, and dad's not going to be there together as consistent as they once were. The unit that was together, they're now split up. So it is a detriment to the family. And how many more statistics do we have to read about to see the detriment of divorce and what it does to children? As an educator, I see it all the time. So I'm annoyed because we're painting this glamorous picture because she's going to get out here and she's going to, ooh, Tia Mars, you still look gorgeous. And
she's already posting thirst traps.
Right. So you're going to get out here, you're going to sleep with a bunch of dudes, and then what? Then what?
Yeah. Get a bunch of attention.
You're going to be another Taraji P. Henson. You're going to be another Vivica Fox. You're going to be another...
The list goes on and on.
Because the list goes on. And then these women are painting this glamorous picture. You know, I'm a boss B. I'm a boss. I'm out here doing this and I'm living my life. And you get out here and you live this life and you're solo, sis. And at the end of the day, you're miserable and you're lonely. And you would love companionship. And you know in your heart of hearts that you have missed ample opportunity to have quality individual love be with you for the rest of your life. But no, you choose a selfishness. So you're selfish, sis. Tia, you broke up your family because you want to do you. You should have did you before you walked down the aisle. You should have.
And I'm going to say this to you, brothers. Listen to me real careful. Listen, do not be that woman's cleanup man. Don't you dare sacrifice your purpose, your abilities in life, and the things that you want to do to clean up behind some woman that ran her marriage in a ditch. Because it won't be long before she'll do it to you. I've seen it. I've seen good men get broken by women just like this. Because she made a mistake and then she expects you to come in. She's a 1993 Honda Civic and she expects you to come in and pay 2020 Mercedes-Benz prices for her used up mess and her trauma and her children and all this stuff. Don't you be that guy. You stay on your purpose, be the man that God called you to be, and find you a woman that appreciates you for you, not to be her cleanup man, because all she's going to do is punish you for what that man did, what he didn't do, what she didn't do, and you're going to be expected to clean up all her mess and love her through it and keep her happy. A lot of men get mad when I say, oh, you being judgmental. Well, I guess I am, because I got 2 sons, and I don't want my son cleaning up no other man's mess.
That's right.
I get out here and I mess up on her. I don't want no other man coming in cleaning up my mess because I messed it up. It's not fair. No, it's a bad deal. And I don't tell my sons to take bad deals. And I got a daughter too. And I'm going to tell her, find you a man that cares about you and wants to be with you and walk this life out together, because ain't nothing out there but more eggplant. These are the conversations I have with my kids. I'm not going to sugarcoat the world for them, because if the world will sugarcoat, I got 2 black men walking around here, grown. The world don't sugarcoat enough for them, so why should I sugarcoat it for them? Women like Tia Mary and her ilk, and we using her as an avatar
because there's a ton of them.
It ain't got to be done down the street, at work, at church. These women exist everywhere you go. You ain't got to go far. You can throw a rock and hit one of them. Don't you dare be some woman's cleanup man. Don't you be her second option, because when you were coming up, you weren't her first option.
The only difference is with the woman in the church, she's going to blame God. She's going to say, well, I'm just waiting on God. I'm just waiting on God. I'm just waiting on God. But it's
Boaz.
the same.
Good old Boaz.
Your ass need to get it together. I'm just going to be real with you. I'm so sick of it. And don't you dare, I don't want you to hear me and hear me well. Man, woman, I don't care who you are. Don't you dare make another individual responsible for your happiness. How dare you?
That's not their responsibility.
Don't you dare do that to somebody, another human being. That is your job. You do the work.
And it's psychologically, it shows how crazy we have become as society. That's not even human behavior. Happiness is not a real emotion.
No.
It's not a real emotion.
No.
I hope you guys understand
Stop
that.
saying it.
It's not a real emotion. I hope you guys understand that. From a psychological standpoint,
it's not.
Happiness is not a real emotion. Joy is an emotion. Joy comes from within.
It's intrinsic.
It's intrinsic. It's something that comes from you being fulfilled within yourself and you projecting that to the world. Most people don't understand that concept.
Nope.
And so when you put somebody else's happiness in their hands, they have the power to destroy you. To literally destroy you. In the middle of taping this film, taping this video we're watching right now, she could decide, get up and walk out this room and walk out this house and never come back. Will it hurt me? Yes, it will, but it will not destroy me.
Where I'm gonna go?
But it will not destroy me. Yes, I'm gonna hurt, I'm gonna pick up the pieces, and I'm gonna walk on. That's what's gonna happen. So this year we're gonna take a different approach. We're gonna be discussing some more in-depth topics, and I think this is a good start to the year for us. But for now, that's enough said.
Enough said.